Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, July 18th, 2023. Haven't done a video in about a week. Figured you guys didn't want to watch videos of me running a weed eater and bush hogging and things of that nature. But some of the progress that we've got, been working up here at the storm ditch area. So I got that cleared out and cleaned out. We've had some storms blow through, so we did have a tree fall. Show you that in a minute. So I got a little bit of footage there, but other than that, this storm ditch, I got this all cleared out. Now what I got to eventually do is make this swell, try not to swing too fast, look like this swell. I was working on it for quite a while, if you remember, but ran out of dirt. Now the weeds are growing up again. So I need to get up here with a weed eater, but it's been really hot. We've had a lot of storms, so it's really wet. But I need to get this cleaned up so that it kind of looks like that. And I can start working again on this, and I'll have to get Ed to bring out probably a couple truckloads of dirt to make this swell, since what I call my crop circles or whatever, the big sand mounds way back there, kind of run out of dirt unless I start digging up another one. But we got some other projects going on, so show you about that tree falling. Just had a storm blow by back here. It's the barn. Sorry about the swing here. Driveway, obviously, and this tree just fell during the storm. So I'll show you real quick what came through, what hit us. We weren't here. We had to go up to Tifton, Georgia. So we made it home almost before this thing, well, I guess right after it came through. So we missed it, but here's what blew through. So that happened last week, but either way, Emily and I got the top of the tree cleaned up pretty good and real quick. Wes offered to come over here over the weekend because I'm going to need his grapple to grab that while I cut it, because that tree is kind of scissored, I guess you would say, between two trees. So I could probably get it out by using ropes, but I don't know that my bucket is going to be high enough. But his grapple can hold that while I cut this, and then he can grapple that and I can cut it and he can haul it off. Otherwise it'd be kind of tricky trying to cut that thing down. So we got it cleaned up, but that was a good ordeal. And again, just with the heat, it's been really hard to kind of stay focused. You get in the middle of a project and it just gets hot and you stop, and on the next day we just wanted to get stuff done. So we've been working on some other things. Emily did another stand for Granny Cats, so we got that done over the weekend, and I think we're going to be working on another stand for her beehive stuff. But Ed got all this gravel dumped I think week before last, so I don't know if I even talked about that, but driveway's getting more and more complete. We still need Ed to come and put gravel from there to there, but looking good. Emily and I have been working on this stand for a display rack for Granny Cats, apiary and bee supply. We built one before. This one's going to be a little bit different. This one's going to have 3 big shelves and then 2 smaller shelves up here. So we've got this part done, which again we've done before, but now trying to do these shelves, and then we'll have to put some kind of 45-degree angle supports in there. But that's what we got going on today. We'll see how this progresses throughout the day. We got Emily making noise like normal, but we've got all this tacked up. And actually it's welded together, it's not just tacked. But we got to work on the next 2 shelves here and here. So Emily just taking the burrs off of those. Once she's got the burrs off, lay it out on the table, start welding the shelves, and then we'll get the shelves welded up on there. All these horseshoes she got a while back. She's gonna work on more of an art type project, which I think we've talked about before. She's gonna make some of these bees over here to sell at Granny Cat's. But it's coming along pretty good. Hopefully we get it done in time to get it painted today. So Emily's getting these welded together. We've got them all the burrs taken down. First of the top shelves, she's got one more shelf to do. See how far we get. Emily's finishing up the welds to the shelves. So almost done with this. Then we gotta do a little bit of grinding and then spray paint it. Take it over there and make sure it's what they wanted. So between weed eating, the tree falling, building a stand for Granny Cat's, which turned out awesome. Again, it was just so hot that I just quit shooting video. So it was my bad. But there's pictures at the end that show you how it turned out. The other project I'm working on and have been working on is all the way down here. Now the beaver dam is back here, but due to all the rain that we've had, it started to create a washout through here. Well, it didn't start to, it did create a washout. Again, at least it doesn't look like Providence Canyon State Park, but Emily and I were talking about how to stop this, and she did not, which I agree with her, want concrete down here. She wanted to just try and keep it as more natural. So the only thing I can think is we get all those trees or tree trunks up there from the trees that we had to cut down by the barn and just trees that have fallen in the storm. So what I'm going to do is dig a ditch here, and I'm going to put some tree trunks down in here and basically build a natural dam, or a natural looking dam. And that's going to stop this from washing out that direction, I believe. I'm hoping. We'll find out. And then this will just continue to do what it's doing. And what has to happen, and this is just after watching it, is that the side of this has to get washed out enough that the topsoil collapses, and then it will have a nice smooth kind of finish like this side where it's nice and sloped because the topsoil folded down after that washed out. Well, now the water's washing out that side until eventually it finds enough where it will collapse there, is my theory. I have no idea. I don't do this for a living, as you guys know, so trial by fire. Down here's the beaver dam. Again, it had drained. Emily woke up this morning, checked her webcams that are down here, the trail cameras, and the beaver was hard at work, maybe last night or this morning. So all this sand down here is what has washed away from up there. So I came down here with a bucket just a couple days ago and started scooping up some of my sand to dump back up there and refill the hole. And it was bone dry back here. So obviously with all the rain that we've had, the dam is over there. We're gonna have to go get the camera to get the card to put some footage up there, but he was hard at work and he's now got the pond back. Not sure I'm too crazy about it, but I don't know. He's got a right to be here too. Got the first half or section of the hole dug or trench dug. Now I gotta back the tractor up or pull it forward, however you want to look at it, and continue this that way. And then I'm going to go get a couple logs, get the chainsaw, put the logs down there, stack them in there, and hopefully that'll be enough to keep that dirt from moving, but we'll find out. Really wouldn't use this as a permanent barrier, because with a permanent barrier or like a wall, you need to put like rebar through here and a dead man post to keep that wall from moving forward, but I'm not really too worried about that. So I think just getting some logs stacked up in there is going to work perfect. This water oak trunk is pretty much the weight limit of this tractor. I barely got it down here. The hole is going to have to be a little bit wider. I've already got one pine tree log down there just to kind of have a base. That thing's buried. It'll be there forever. But anyways, I got to dig this trench just a little bit wider to get this water oak in there. And then, actually, I think it's a sweet gum. I don't know. Either way, it weighs a ton. But that thing's going to go in there, and then I'm going to fill it up with dirt, and then that should keep the erosion from going down. But what I got to also do, I've already notched it from the bottom side with the chainsaw, but I got to cut it a little bit shorter because that whole thing is not going to fit in there. But project coming along. So the first log's in place. This is downhill looking uphill. So that first log pretty much dams up the lowest point that this got. The second log is hopefully gonna dam it up 8 inches more. I might have to put in a third log, but right now it's getting brutally hot. It's almost noon, I think. It's probably, I don't know, 90% humidity. I think it was 95 when we woke up. But it's supposed to be like 106 with the heat index, so still not a bad day, but I'm going to do some inside projects to finish out the day out here at Deer Run Farm.